Welcome back to Najd. Last time we declared war on, well, Qing, Show, and also Swahili. And with Swahili here, we're aiming at taking basically, well, for the provinces, these four. And thus, we now also have the clear pathway to Castile, should we want to westernize, or once we actually get the guy, which would be preferable to westernize with, I guess I should say. So, as you can see, this guy is 62 years old, heir is 54. I see we need someone with high admin, and then we will be westernizing. So, excuse me, so for now we'll be ending the war with Qing, then we'll be focusing a little bit more on Show and their allies, and then we'll see how this turns out. It turns out that we can only take the capital. It's something that I forgot. I think I knew it in the back of my head, but I didn't really give it much thought. So what I will be doing then is simply ending the war with Swahili here, take Mozambique, and then get ready for another war pretty damn soon. I also need to call this thing, so we'll be waiting for to get enough administrative points to do that. But until that, sieges commence in Show and also over here in Qing. So we'll see how that turns out. It seems I have a little bit of trouble here. These guys come in for the rescue, and I'll simply have to join up my army so that I can actually have a chance at making a difference here. So we'll see how it turns out. It also just hit me that the army that's currently standing here in exile can be unexiled, as I like to call it, by doing a simple thing. And that simple thing is basically just moving it into a province that I already have sieged. So as you can see by doing this, siege of Gansu to Ming, good. And that means I can move these guys down south. Once again, not paying attention, it's currently paying off not a lot. So I'll be keeping these guys there. Sieges, once they're done, we are basically set, but until then, I'll have to wait a little bit. So what I will be doing, having a problem here, is probably with the Horde, since they have a lot of troops in the area, and I do not like that because potentially they can ambush me then, start causing some trouble. So I'll have or join up a little bit bigger armies, and hopefully that'll be enough to keep them in check here. But as usual, we'll have to keep our eyes open and see what happens. So I'll be going off this army with the combined army, I guess, and hopefully we can get what we want. So apparently my head died, and I died in battle. So that's why I lost a point of stability with it, which of course is not good, but it's not really that bad either. I can only start a coring process, then we'll boost the stability outwards. So who is the heir here? I hope that it's this guy, but it's probably not, since I got two alternatives. Here is Manisad. Well, I got the good guy. What would you know? He's a weak claim though, and otherwise 10 years old. So we'll probably get a short reach since the council, and after that we can start causing some bigger troubles. So we'll see how this turns out, if it helps or if it ends up being just a native. We'll have to wait and see. So I'll just get rid of or end these wars, and we'll see what happens. Because of the fact that we also war with the Horde, I'm actually tempted to go for this deal rather than anything else. And that's basically something that'll allow me to release Korea, but also I can take Haixi and hand it over to Koreans once it's done. But we'll be sieging everything we can here, and then once we're done with Show, we'll be making peace only then, because of the fact that if we do not, we can potentially get ourselves into some sort of overextension, and that could potentially hurt me a lot. So rather than getting ourselves in a bad position, we'll be trying to keep everything under control and do I guess you could call it a controlled growth. So we'll see how it goes. As I predicted, the Regency Council did happen, and I have no idea how good they actually are. It's 220 Council, basically a crappy one. But here is the positive things. I will take a chance here. We'll start the process of building that thing. It's 6 more years now until I can westernize, and I'll be done with these wars by then. I'll have my manpower build up. So basically what the aim will be here is to put myself in a position where I can start really causing some trouble if I am lucky. So we'll see if that actually becomes the case. I do have some difficulties here with a ton of rebels. So sieging their provinces now is basically what I need to do, and then we'll figure out what we'll do afterwards. But we're doing pretty well, so I don't actually have that many or any at all concerns at this point. So we'll simply go for getting this done, and getting whatever we want here. Hopefully I can take a couple of the Champa provinces, hand them over to Khmer. So we'll see if that is actually possible or not, but I would guess it is. So we'll see how it goes. Since I'm pretty sure I will be able to make peace with Show pretty soon, I will be making peace now with these guys. I could, as you know, potentially take the entire thing here, but when it hits all the way to Castile with 2, Delhi 8, Vinaggia on 26, then that's kind of risky, but even so, I think I'll actually just go for it here. 68% though is a lot, and at my current state that could actually screw me over severely. But those rebels are also a nuisance, so I'm a little bit unsure what I actually want to do here. If I'll simply go for Pyongyang and that one, or I'll be keeping this. I'll basically keep this war open until we are done with the war against Show. It doesn't actually have any. I actually don't have to try and get it done fast, so to speak, because of the fact that easily said, or easiest way to say it is basically this. I don't have to speed up my warfare because of the fact that it doesn't really matter. Because of the Regis Council, I can't declare new wars in about 5 more years. So there's no reason for me to end this prematurely. I can take my time, I can get what I want, and then I can end it on my terms. So it's not really a problem at all here. It's simply sieging this, and then the war with Show will be done. And I can also make the peace deal with Champa before, so I have 3 people, or 3 diplomats free, so it shouldn't actually be a problem. So we'll see how this turns out in the end. But I'm pretty sure I'll actually just go for just that 1 or 2 provinces this time, and then we'll go for some more next time. We'll see. I have to think a little bit about it, but we'll probably do something like that. Also, the fact that I will be taking 2 provinces from Champa is also another reason why I don't actually want to cause too much trouble, as you might imagine. So we will be taking these and trying to sell them to Khmer, and we'll also be making our peace now with Show. So let's see here. This is the deal that I set up to begin with. It's actually quite a lot of provinces. It's 4. Well, not quite a lot, but still, it's most of them. Then that leaves Show with 3 cores that are still Ming. This one, and this one. So that isn't actually a problem, but in 2 or 3 wars, Ming will be restored to its complete state, and then I will annex them, and that is basically the time when all hell will break loose, because then I am actually big enough to vassalize Delhi, Khorasan, Bengal, Nogai, Kazakh, Crimea. So I'll be getting a lot of land, but I will not be getting a lot of base tanks. But that actually puts me in the position where I can start causing trouble for Europe. So I need to get my arse westernized ASAP, and then start, well, showing Europe how dangerous we can actually be. So we're done here. I'll actually not be. I think I'll actually just try and get that one fast. I'm a little bit unsure if I actually want to, but we'll try and see what happens. Bonus points here. We have Korean nationalists, and I'm pretty sure they will actually end up boosting me. I simply need to get these guys out of the lands, and then we will be making peace deal. Don't want to get them exiled again. So yeah, I'm actually going for this. With the Westernization, it can, depending on how lucky you are with events, take quite a while. So the aggressive expansion decay is probably enough to allow me to take this, but it could potentially also screw me very much over. But we'll see. We'll give it. What the hell? We'll give it a shot. We need to think big if we are to pull this off after all. So there we go, and let this selling ensue, I guess. They'll actually take it, not a problem. Here comes the guessing game here, and that is if Khmer will actually take these. Yes, they will. They do not like the culture though, but other than that, it's fine. They'll eat it. Champa enters a military organization against us. Doesn't matter. Too small to matter. That actually made sense in a way. Korea will be released, and with that, we can now use these guys to grow our Korea again. No, they actually disappeared. That is mean. Japan entered the military organization. Not surprising. Brunei, Manchu Patriots just crossed the border. You guys can march up here, get ready, and we'll be trying to attack them. But yeah, I need to get myself in a position now where I can start getting, well, boosting my troops, building up my armies. The Westernization will hurt quite a lot in all terms of the words, more or less. So I'll be building up my armies to some extent here to try and counter that. So hopefully we can ride through the storm. Can I actually start Westernization now? No, I can't westernize while I'm overextended, so that's actually a little bit annoying. Also a little bit annoying that I haven't joined these fleets up. But see, when is my Mozambique call will be done? 1619, in 5 years. How long is it until that guy takes the throne? 3 more years. Yeah, that matches up pretty well, I think. I should be fine. Also, the other provinces that I took here won't actually matter. It's just that one. The military coalition is a little bit scary, but the only one that's scary is Japan, so I don't really care about them. Bengal hates me even more now. So yeah, in these next 5 years, if there is any wars, it'll be probably just be clean wars against Qing and Shou and Shun. So that's basically it. That's what we will be doing on the scale of warfare on any terms. So hopefully I can pull some things off, or pull some things off, I guess is the right wording, so that we can actually make some gains here. But Khmer, I'll be selling you another province if you're not overextended. Economy, sell this one. They took it, good. So yeah, Khmer will probably be the vassal I'll be feeding down here. So I guess I could hand them Daiviet, Shao, or this, Tuta. Some of the other provinces here we'll have to see. But yeah, that's definitely a possibility. And of course, if I can actually vassalize Delhi, Khorasan, Bengal, Kazakh, Nogai, Crimea, then that basically does a lot of my work for me. So that should be helpful. I believe you actually had to have a +3 stability before you can start the Westernization process too, so we'll be boosting that as well. Should have waited though till I was done with these guys, now that I think about it. My bad indeed. Let's see here, are you guys actually in a position where I can support? Yeah, wrong type of rebels, unfortunately. It's a little bit annoying in this game how rebels aren't really a asset as they used to be, but can't complain, I can use them sometimes. Ming is overextended. Wow. That's a little bit of an issue here. I had no idea that why Ming, the end of internal conflicts. So they actually had some internal conflicts that never ended because they were annexed, I guess. Or I have forgotten that they got at sometime or at some other point in this game. Doesn't matter now though, it has been dealt with. And with that, I believe that Ming is, well, strong enough now that we can start causing some other problems. But as I say, Shou, Shun, and most likely Qing will lose most of their provinces before I actually start the Westernization. And that is very scary for me. As you can see here, they are 2 decisions away from the Holy Roman Empire, which basically means that the end game will be a big bad boss versus big bad boss kind of setup. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I hopefully can avoid that. If not, well, if I want to avoid that, I'll basically, I think, have to start marching my troops into Europe itself pretty soon. So Westernization is definitely a point of focus right now that I need to focus on to not screw myself over, literally screw myself really over. So I'll just wait till the Research Council is done, and we'll be trying to sell Ming some more provinces to see how that turns out. There we go, we got our young king, or sultan, which could potentially westernize. We'll adopt the title of Khalifa. Too bad we can't actually take anything else like this one. National revolt risk, this one. It's been a while since we can actually get most of these things. But for now, we'll be boosting stability, I think, to as far as up as we can. And that allows me to introduce well, something that will boost my economy even more. But with this guy, I think I can actually go ahead and declare war on Shun. It doesn't really matter. I will be losing a point stability, but I still have to call this one, which is still 3 years away. So I simply need a diplomat, a free one. So let's see here. I will take you guy, or this guy, and send him home, and we'll be using him to declare war on Shou. I'll also be fetching another 12k army here, because once I actually integrate Ming, hell will break loose, I think, because nothing of this is confusion, or no, that's not it. Nothing of this is actually what's its name? Nothing of it is sunny. So the Confucian provinces will most likely rise up, and also it'll lower my religious. I'm actually stuck today. I'll actually do this. Come here. Religious unity. It'll lower it so far that I'll actually get a lot of revolts and such. So integrating Ming while westernizing is not an option. I will most likely do it once I have westernized, and that isn't actually that far away. I'm trying to get Ming to buy these still. So yeah, hopefully they will. I don't know if they will or not, but I'll be waiting with an attempt to sell until I fabricate a claim on Qing to get myself into the war that I want. So we'll see how that turns out. As you can see, these guys don't actually have any allies. Attacking them is most likely a very good thing to do. We'll do just that. And I'm also tempted to declare war on these guys once they are done, because they're allied with Champa and Oirat Horde. I think if I get the opportunity, I'll simply annex Champa and sell both of them to these guys. It seems that is a possibility. Also, these guys are broken free, so attacking them and annexing them is also a very much a possibility. But yeah, that was not what I was planning to do. For now, get my troops into sieging positions and take as much as possible, I guess. So we'll see how it goes. We'll simply go for this, handing over the provinces to Ming here. I'm a little bit unsure if I can actually do that for the last one, but we'll have to see. If not, that doesn't really matter that much, but we'll be sending those demands. With that, it's basically Ming again. The only thing that we are missing are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces, and then we are done. I still need Ming to call this one. It'll take forever though, so I might actually have to sell this one back to Manchu. So that would, or Qing in this case, that would suck, but it might be the only choice I have. We'll have to see. They're coring both though, so it would be nice if I could actually see coring times, but I guess I'll just have to wait. And I forgot to move these guys out of the zone again, but that doesn't matter. We will be getting into a war here pretty soon, so it simply is to move them into an area that I've sieged. So we'll see how it goes. But for now, this is unfortunately the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. I hope to see you around next time. Bye.